Hello, friends. Happy Tuesday. Hope you managed to have a good start to your week. It's been a doozy so far for me, but I am trying to get there. So I thought it might be fun. I've been making some gifts so far this week, and I've been making specifically some bags for Valentine's Day gifts that I've been having a lot of fun with. Um, So if you're a consultant in the area, in the local area to me, Southern New Jersey, and you're planning on doing any kind of Valentine's Day specials, where you would need a gift bag, um, I have been making some very cute Valentine's Day inspired gift bags that I've chalked a design on. Sometimes it's just a heart. But I provide the tissue paper, the bows, the bags, and all that I ask is that you share this page. You share this with your group members or your followers so they can, if you know of somebody that might enjoy this craft, that they could find out about it. If you're interested, just send a message to my page and I'll be sure to reach out. They're extremely low cost. And I mean, like, I can do 10 of them for about $20. And most people have been very, very pleased. So just message Creekside Creations and I'll see what I can do for you. And I can ship them to you. If you're a little bit further away, or if you're, like I said, if you're local to me, I can even drop them off. Porch pickup, COVID friendly. So for tonight's project, I also have been making some t-shirts and for some friends, and I made a cute little sign. Let me show you that real quick. I made this the other night. It's a wood sign, and this is actually a wooden bunny that I did the buffalo plaid on. And I'd like to give credit where credit is due. I saw another chalk couture designer do something similar, and her name is Debbie Westbrooks. So thank you, Debbie. I do appreciate it. Happy Tuesday, Noreen. So extremely versatile these are. I have to say, the popularity of the bags was somewhat surprising. So Noreen, your package went out FedEx this afternoon. Might get there tomorrow. Has your t-shirts in it and the apron that we kind of did together. So before I get started with showing you the project, I just want to take a minute for anybody who might be new. My name is Laurel. I'm in Southern New Jersey, very near Ocean City and Atlantic City, New Jersey. And I'm a designer with Chalk Couture, and I love it. I love making things, and I love sharing my ideas. And yes, I think the bunny sign has your name on it too, Noreen. So if you know of anybody that might be interested, please share the video. I do appreciate that. I see a lot of people referring to it as sprinkle. So if you can sprinkle my video, I do appreciate that very much. So, don't we all have a friend who's a coffeeaholic? We have one tonight with us. I have another friend who, I just recall that they always drank coffee. And we actually had a conversation that I was a pretty heavy coffee drinker up until recently. And now it's an occasional cup. I had a cup this past weekend, like 1 cup, and I was a 2 cup a day or solid, like a big one. I recently had my gallbladder removed, so I'm finding that tea is a little bit better for me. I do love coffee though. So I thought I would make a t-shirt with a new transfer. So this is in the current catalog. It's called A Day Without Coffee. It says a day without coffee is like, just kidding, I have no idea. Oh, sorry, I'm backwards. Just kidding, I have no idea. There's another piece to this that says, first I drink the coffee, then I do things, which I think is funny. And then we have kind of the heart latte and then the cup. So we're going to be using A Day Without Coffee is like, just kidding, I have no idea on this t-shirt. So shall we get to it? Yes, we shall. Okay, let me show you my desk and we're going to get to chalking. Hopefully that's pretty good with the light. So I've taken some time to kind of get things going here. This is a t-shirt that I picked up at, I believe, Dollar General. It's a Gildan brand. This person said size large, and I've gone ahead and I've put it on my ink mat, which is this sticky piece, kind of just holds it all down. I've centered my design where I want it to hit, and what I've decided is I'm going to put the just kidding, I have no idea over here on the sleeve, just because I think that's cute. And we're going to chalk it up in some white couture ink. So what's the difference, everybody asks me, between paste and ink? Ink, once heat set, is permanent. I have my iron right here. And you have to make sure that you get it really dry. Chalk paste is removable with water. Yes, it does have your name on it too, but you know, we did send the other one, so might have to be making a bunch of t-shirts. This is a good one. Or come up with maybe, I also have these caps, and I kind of thought initially, this is just a black cap, I kind of thought it would be cool to put this design up here and put just kidding, I have no idea around the brim, kind of here, but it's not really fitting all that well. So we might try it, and then we'll see what comes out better. This is from my girlfriend Dana, who I know for, oh my goodness, we've been friends probably for 35 years, maybe more. And I know she would wear a ball cap on occasion. So, I mean, you know, it's not out of the realm of possibility that I'll get her a set. So, we'll see. But I thought at the very least, let's start with this. So, this is how simple it can be. I've already cut the transfer apart. I've already labeled the back. I've got it stuck down. I've got my ink prepared. The only thing, I've got my iron on. I got my heat gun plugged in. Only thing with ink that I strongly recommend is that you have kind of a baby wipe, or this happens to be a disinfecting cloth, nearby for your hands. Because if you get it on the fabric where you do not want it, it's very difficult to get off, and it is that way especially with black. So we're gonna be expedient, but we're gonna take our time, if you get my drift. So hopefully everybody can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna do the chest first, and then I'm gonna move right over here to put just kidding, I have no idea on the sleeve. Do we like the placement? I hope so. So here we go. So the only thing that you really want to cover is your silkscreen areas. Because this is all words, I'm going to be extremely generous with this paste, or this ink. I have to use the right terminology. It's ink. It's very thick, but I'm going to put a lot on there because I don't want to miss any of the details. And you can see, after I lay it out, and I've got really good coverage, I'm just slapping it right back into that jar. Okay? So now this is going to go in here for the time being. We're going to pick up a clean squeegee and we're going to make sure that our hands are clean. And I'm just going to go over the design. See, I'm glad I did that because I missed the top of that A. And we're going to take the excess right back into the jar. So you don't have to be concerned with this teal blue area. You do have to be concerned with the screen. So I just try and go over that area extremely well. And if you want a t-shirt, I do take orders. I can make you up a t-shirt. But if you're interested in doing cool things like this, I would encourage you to message Creekside Creations, this page, and you can just put hashtag, there's 3 hashtag questions in there. One is hashtag shop. It will come back with a message that gives you a link to my store where you can find this transfer. The other is hashtag club. And let me take a minute and tell you about the club while I'm cleaning up my fingers here. So we have a monthly club. What you get is an 8.5 by 11 size transfer plus 3 paste singles every month for $19.99. It is the same, it's a different transfer every month. It does come with a 3-month commitment. And when you pull this up, you kind of want to pull it up straight, catch you an edge, and you want to do it slowly. The reason being is, in case you missed anywhere, you can lay it back down. That is a little more challenging with fabric. You got it stuck down on the front and the back, but we got it. So this is going to go face down into my water. And the last thing you can message to my page to get an immediate answer is hashtag join. And that would be if you're interested in becoming a designer like me. There are some really great offers. I do have a lot of fun. And if you just have an interest and you just want some basic information, it's completely free. There's no commitment. That's an easy way to get those questions answered. So I would encourage you to go and message my page right here. Okay, so we're going to dry this up. This is a little cottony like t-shirt. It's a little more cottony than some of the other ones that I have used. What I notice is, and you're not going to see it on the camera, is that there are some cotton fibers right down here. And this can be laundered after we heat set it with the iron. You can do it with a regular iron. I happen to have a Cricut mini heat press because I do lots of this stuff and I found it to be really effective. But you can just use a dry iron, absolutely no steam, and I am going to use a piece of parchment paper. So because of the way that this pulled off, because of the cotton fabric, I mean, it still worked, but it's not quite as heavy, detailed a white in just a few areas. So I'm just going to try and help it out. I do like a day without, and is like not quite sure what I can do about it, to be honest, because it's just on some threads. So, like I say, this is a gift. This would fall into it's the thought that counts category. But I think the writing's pretty crisp, and I do like it. I like the script. I like the font. So we're just gonna clear this up. And these projects go really fast. I mean, really fast. I mean, we're going to be done this in probably under 20 minutes. Start to finish. And that's because I'm talking you through it. But, you know, you can certainly do it at your own pace. Okay, so here is my parchment paper. I'm just going to put that over the design. And I'm going to iron for about, I always say, some of these presses do have temperature settings and timers and things. This one does not. So I just kind of, you know, typically you would heat set this at 305 degrees for about 30 seconds. I just kind of move it around until the paper doesn't stick. I don't know if that's right or not, but that's what I do. And I've laundered several of my shirts and I have not had any problems. And you can kind of tell when the paper's done its job. So if I'm not sure, I just iron a little more. Hi Lila, thanks for coming. I'm making this coffee one for my friend who is addicted to coffee. And I just love making t-shirts. And I like wearing them. Okay, so you can see how the paper is not sticking. So that's how I judge if it's finished or not. So I'm just going to roll this up because we still got to do the sleeve. So I'm going to put the just kidding, I have no idea on the sleeve over here. So feels pretty good. Now I did have a little piece of one of our ink mats that I had cut down. And I always had it right here, and of course now I need it, so of course I don't have it. Why would I have it? So, I don't have any cardboard handy. You could use cardboard. I don't happen to have any. So we're going to improvise with some paper towels. Just because it's right here, I can fold it up. I'm just going into the sleeve. You just want something in between the layers of the fabric so that way it doesn't bleed through. Does that make sense? It's very good if it's the sticky mat, and like I say, usually I do have that. So we're going to put Just Kidding, I Have No Idea right here on the sleeve, because my girl Dana has no idea what life is like without coffee. All right, so because it's again, because when I do words, I really like to load it up. And I kind of do that with the stir stick. I wipe off the excess. And I really go over it. quite well. I take the excess off. And if I like the coverage, which that looks pretty good to me. See, I just drug it. Looks pretty good though. Okay, we're done with the squeegee. That goes in the water. I'm checking my hands. Of course, I always get something on myself everywhere. Because I'm a mess. I'm a mess. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to use one of the fingers and I'm going to try to pull it off slowly. Just kidding. I have no idea. And then this is going to go in my water basin, which I have next to me. It is pretty important to, thank you. I see the little fibers of the cotton shirt, but when you heat set it, they do seem to go away a little bit. And I think that it will calm down once it's laundered. But it's a cute little thing. Okay. Now over here, this is the perfectionist in me. I just wanted to smooth that out, just the tiniest bit. Okay, back to the parchment. I am going to leave that paper towel in there. I don't know if that's the best idea, but we're doing it. And we're just going to kind of heat set this. Then I'm going to flip the whole thing inside out, and I'm going to heat set it again from the inside. You should do both sides, just to ensure that your design is set. And then, because I have two of these transfers, or I'm going to show you how to wash it, I'm going to see if I can't fit it on that hat, because I think she would throw that on and go. I just don't know if I can fit the whole thing. Okay, not sticking, so I think it's good. And you can reuse this parchment paper. I happen to pick up a big roll of it, I think at Walmart. And I'm probably going to have it until I'm 100 years old because it's a lot. Okay. So let's pull this off the sticky mat and flip her inside out. Do I like this? Yeah. Sometimes just manipulating it a little bit is better. I've also found when I do t-shirts that if I know you can't see me, but I'm pulling it up from the bottom and I'm pushing the mat down, and my hand kind of comes through it. I think the hardest part is getting it centered on the mat sometimes. So you could use cardboard if you don't have one of these mats. You could use a Cricut mat if that's your jam. I was lucky enough to have one of the... Oh, I think she's going to dig it. So I'm just flipping this inside out. That's the back. Now this is a pretty good shirt because sometimes when you do these, I can just barely see the design on the black. I don't think I need this, but I'm not going to do all this work and ruin it now. That's my feeling. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it very, very much. And, you know, I'm just kind of going to talk here for about 30 seconds or so. Move it all around. And I'm going to do it on the sleeve as well. I don't know if that was 30 seconds, but... Okay. Just kidding, I have no idea. It's actually over here. Just on the off chance. I think we're good, but it will be my luck. But somehow I missed the spot to dry it on. So I just tuck my paper back on there, and there you go. Okay, and it's just that simple. So, put this away. We're going to wash up the transfer because I always say I'm going to show you how to do that. And then I never do. Okay. Okay. So my girl Dana, this one's for you. I know it's a black shirt and a black surface, but a day without coffee is like, just kidding, I have no idea. Isn't that cute? I think it came out really, really good. And I think my friend will enjoy it. So I'm going to pop this in the mail to her. Just as a nice little surprise. And we're done. So let me see if I can wash this and dry this so we can try it on this hat. Maybe we can get it to mold. And that is the main reason that I got this size little heat press, because you can put it on smaller things. And I've yet to try that, so I'd like to. Okay, so if you have a transfer that you just love, like this one, and you just want to use it, because, you know, our transfers have a sticky back. They are washable, and you can use them, I think it's recommended 8 to 12 times, depending on how you care for them. If you take good care of them, they will last much longer than that. I have some that I have used. Ooh, over Christmas time, I used that November transfer probably at least 30 times. One of the key things in helping you to keep your transfers clean is something that's called a board eraser. They come in a 2-pack. They're very inexpensive. They last for a very, very long time. So what I have here is a fuzzing towel, and I'm going to take this ugly basin of water that I use, and I'm just going to show you what I do really quickly. So the minute that I had gotten finished using it, I slapped it face down in the water. And we're just going to wet this a slight bit, and I just go over, not pulling very hard at all. I would normally do this in a sink, and I would hold it under the running water, okay? And what you're looking for is to clean it on both sides. And then I'm just going to put it with the sticky side up on my towel right here. And then I'm going to do the other one. And like I say, I usually take this to the sink and I use a little bit of a warmer water, just because I'm usually doing a lot of them. And the cold water kind of bothers me after a while. It is important to do it as quickly after you're finished with your project as possible. And you want to give added care to the silk screen area. Okay, this can sit right in the water. We're going to put this sticky side up. I'm going to move this away, and then I'm going to switch this because you can dry this a little bit quicker. So there's the two that we used. I happen to have another fuzzing towel, so I'm going to put that right over the top, and I'm going to kind of squeeze as much water out as I can. And, oh, see, it picked it up. It's okay. You want to use the terry side. There's a microfiber side, and then there's kind of a terry side to these towels. This terry side is meant to pick up lint. This is meant to dry things like boards, chalkboards, surfaces, transfers, you name it. And somehow I've managed to get this on the wrong side. Of course I would. Come on, it's me you're talking about. So I'm just going to stick it here. And we're almost dry. I mean, it still feels a little damp. But I'm going to put those microfiber sides together and try and soak up as much water as I can. And I'm going to get rid of that. And then, as you can see, it's still a little sticky, and it's ready to go again. So my thought was, when you're doing fabric, you don't need to fuzz it. So while we figure out our hat, I'm just going to kind of let this hang out a little bit, let it soak up a little bit. Now this does have, maybe this is why it wasn't working. This does have one of these guys inside it. I'm just not sure if that's all going to fit. I would kind of like it to be centered to about here and maybe spill over the brim of the hat, but let's see. Let's see if it's big enough. Okay, so just going to try and line this up. And we're going to go as low as we possibly can. And I want that coffee word. Yeah, see, that seems like it's awfully high to me. But remember, when you're doing round things that are movable, it does take a little bit of extra effort. And that's why I like that you can move these transfers so darn much. Okay, there's a seam on this hat. And I kind of want to... Oh, thanks, Aunt Evelyn. 82 degrees in Florida. I am a little bit jealous. I cannot tell a lie. A day without coffee. I almost want to stuff this hat with some tissue or something. But that wasn't helping me to line it up. But I'm not going to give up because I know this would be fun. And I know that she would really like it. think that a day without coffee is a little bit like, it's like on the top of the hat almost. Oh, you know what? I just had an idea. We could put it spilling down over the brim, right? There we go. Now we're on to something. All right, let's see. If I can get the word coffee and is, ooh, I can get that like that. And I can get this up here because I can do it in 2 pieces. I could put this on the back or the side. It would have to be the side. But I like that idea better. All right, so we're going to try it. It's just a little cap. Now, I don't expect this to all line up. I think coffee and is like is going to line up. And then I'm going to have to go back for a day without. That's okay. Look, we're trying new things. I've never done a hat before. But I bought them with the intention of trying them, so. Oh. Do I have a little, oh, I don't have any more room up there. We are up to the tippy top. And I'm sorry, I know my doggone hands are in front of everything, but that's okay. All right, so we're just going to shoot this on there really quick, and we're going to pray. I kind of like going on the brim because it's stiffer. So don't mind my hands while we do this, because I've kind of got to like fold it back on itself to get it. Oh crap. And I'm like working way out in front of myself. I gotta work on this camera angle. I just do. I thought it was better, and then I start something and it's a little more challenging, so we'll get it. Come on. All right, so now I gotta turn it. Yep, put your finger in it, didn't you, Laurel? Stinker. All right. All right, let's see where we missed. Oop. It's kind of hard to, oh, okay, there's part of the C there. That's why I say you have to be swift, but you also have to pay attention. All right, this guy wants to come off. Oh, his like is just hanging on for dear life. Oh, dang it. Okay. I gotta wash it. I'm sorry. And I'm gonna take a paintbrush, you know, my favorite thing in the world. And I'm gonna try and touch it up. And that might be a mistake, but that's what we're gonna do. Because we almost got the whole thing. That's a good first attempt, Laurel. I'm proud of you. 82 in Florida. I remember those January days. It's like peak time. Okay. Okay, don't start. I need you. A little bit here on the C. And the reason it didn't really stick all that well is there's stitching. But I'm becoming quite adept at dolling things up. And this is just a little round-tipped paintbrush. I wish I knew the number. It came in some kind of a package that I got on an Amazon Lightning deal, so I can't give you much more help with that. But I use it and abuse it. I really do. And it comes back every stinking time. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to dry this. We're going to do this in sections. We're going to dry it. We're going to iron it. See? The more I look, I see another little spot over here. I once heard a designer who say, if it bothers you as a creator, then you should fix it. And most things are very, very easily fixed. So we're going to get a day without on there. And you know what? I do have another one of these transfers that I could cut. And that might make my life a whole lot simpler. But, you know, me, why do anything the easy way? And she'll probably say, what are you even giving me? I wanted to put it right here, but this hat isn't big enough, so I think I'm going to put it on the side of the hat. This, just kidding, I have no idea. Because it's this kind of snapback. And I know this will be on the side for sure. And I think it's going to fit right here. So when I figure out how I'm going to get a day without on here, I'm just going to spread this right here. And, you know, we're going to shoot from the hip and we're just going to put it on there. I am going to do this because I know me. Oops, see? Dunked it in there. All right. Oh, this is difficult. Oh, now it's all over my fingers. If it were paste, I wouldn't worry. But it's not. It's ink. So we're gonna... Just kidding, I have no idea. That came out great. That's really good. I like it. Alright, so now I'm gonna pick this up. And we're gonna set this down for a second so I can get this crap off of my fingers before I really mess it up. Okay, we're good. I like that. Okay. Now I haven't done any of the heat setting, I've just dried it. So I'm wondering, I could probably wash this one again. Let's try that before I cut another one. If I'm going to cut anything, I kind of like to cut this one. But let's see. Come on now, get out of my way. Okay, gonna move you. Well, I haven't even gone to look at my freshly painted room. That happened today. I can smell the fumes. And I know the painter was pretty happy with how it came out. So after I'm finished here, and I can tell when it's closing in on my bedtime because I start to get tired. This will be the last project of the night. Because I'm in bed by around 9:30. Because I got up this morning on time for once in my life. I never do. I was up at 5:15, 5:10, and usually I am not. I am hitting that snooze bar on my iPad, mind you, but okay. So what I'm envisioning is a day without, kind of like right here. So this is clean, so I don't think we're in jeopardy of ruining anything. And it is going to curve. That's okay. That doesn't bother me. I'm going to get a clean squeegee just for safety's sake. And we're going to dip and go. And we're going to be very careful because that C in coffee comes right up there. But I'm glad we took on this hat because I want to show you how flexible it is. You just have to be a little bit creative about how you go about your application. And I think that this is going to be pretty cute. And perfect for my friend. Bam. I like it. I really like it. I wish I could line that up better, but I'm going to leave well enough alone. So all we're going to do is dry it. Yeah, I think that looks better. A little lumpy bumpy over here. Not my favorite, but sometimes, if you're careful, it'll even out when you heat set it. Okay, so we're right back to our parchment and our iron. And I had a little lumpy bumpy over there, so I just want to make sure that I kind of get everything. Evelyn is Jim painting. I saw you posted another painting. That was really cool. That's why I like to, I'm glad I got this size because I can do things like this. So now we're just going to come over here. I'm still checking my hands, and you have to be careful. So I'm gonna, this iron is hot, so I don't want to burn myself. So I'm just going to tuck that paper towel in there. I am going to kind of hold it up, but I am going to give myself a little padding on the inside. And then we're going to do the same thing. There's the Just Kidding, I have no idea. That came out real crisp. And then I'm just going to take that paper towel kind of up into the cap. I'm going to flip this over the top. Sorry guys, but this is the last bit. And then I'm just going to seal it. And the paper towel is just so it doesn't get too hot on my hands. Voila! It's different, but it's cute. So now she's got a set. So let me put this up and then I'll show you what we've created. Just making sure I don't touch it with any ink whatsoever on my hands. And somehow I made it through that. Okay, guys. Yes, 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 I hear you. Okay. So a day without coffee is like... Just kidding, I have no idea. It's kind of cute, huh? Get it out here. I mean, the is like just made it. I would probably do another one a little bit differently. I would probably put the is like over here, but you'd have to cut your transfer to do that. So now we have the shirt with the Just Kidding, I have no idea on the sleeve, and we also have a cap. So I'm going to say thank you so very much for joining me this evening. If you have any questions that I can answer, you can always message the page, Creeksize Creations. As I mentioned, there are a few hashtags that you can just type in to get some immediate links and or some immediate information. And a day without coffee, this is a little bit small for me, is like... I have no idea. So thanks so much for coming, and I hope you enjoy this time that we get to spend together as much as I do, especially after a couple of trying work days and more to come. Stay safe, and I'll see you again real soon. Good night, everybody.